takes me back, doesn't it? 1976. That was a good year, ladies and gentlemen. 1976. My, oh my, how time flies. Let's fly ourselves right now up to Wisconsin. Talk to Chris about what's going on with his health. Hey, Chris, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hey, Doctor. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, my pleasure. What's up?
I had a discectomy in '05. I had to do it because I could only crawl, but it popped all over my nerve.
All right,
and
so whoa, hold on, Chris. Tell the listening audience what a discectomy is. What did they do, and what was going on with your body?
They went and cleaned up my disc. It was nerve impinging, so they had to get it off my nerve.
All right, so there was an intervertebral disc in your back. Was it in your upper back, your mid-back, or your lower back?
My lower.
Okay, so how long had you been in pain with a dislocated intervertebral disc?
Well, I was in pain maybe like for a year, but it didn't actually pop and go onto my nerve till after like a year went by.
Yeah, so you kind of had this low-grade achy thing going on in your back for a year, and then all of a sudden it went haywire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many days of haywire pain did you endure before you went into surgery?
It was maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, 14 days. That must not have been fun. I mean, you can't even sneeze with pain like that. You can't even roll over in bed with pain like that. I don't know how you manage that. How did you manage that?
It's been quite a haul. I don't know. But now I have muscle spasms and chronic pain. Like I can walk and everything, but it still feels like I've been in pain since.
Okay, so the pain that you went into surgery to take care of, was the pain that the surgeon told you they could fix, was that pain taken care of with the surgery or not so much?
Yeah, pretty much.
So the pain that you had that the surgeon said he could help you with, the surgeon actually helped you with, right?
Yeah, because I could walk after that.
Okay, now was the pain completely gone, or was it, 50, 60, 70, 80% gone? Give me a number, a ballpark.
60.
All right, so the pain was 60% gone, and you had a 60% improvement after the surgery. Now, since you've had the surgery, is it the same pain that was there before the surgery, or is it a different pain now?
It's different.
All right, so you still have the 60% pain, or the 40% of the pain that was in your herniated disc, and now you've got extracurricular pain. You've got new pain that's come along for the ride. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And how long have you been dealing with the new pain?
Since '05.
Wow. Holy smokes. And how are you handling that? Do you do medical marijuana? Do you do prescription pain meds? I mean, what do you do?
I actually don't do any of that because it gives me constipation, and I'm too chicken to get the shots. So I pretty much just live like this, and I stretch a lot. Yeah. And I'm down a lot. I bet
you are. I bet you are. Well, Chris, what prompted this phone call? I mean, what was it that made you, take the plunge today and give good old Dr. Glidden a call?
Because I'm hoping you can help me. I have a lot of other symptoms.
Well, yeah, but how'd you find out about me, and what was it that made you give me a call?
I wanted to lose weight, so I started the company at the $500 level.
Oh.
And I was hoping I could do it with the glucosamine. I did the Healthy Start Pack, the glucosamine, and the selenium. And I'm just wondering, if I'm doing the right things for the muscle spasms in the lower back because it's still there, or maybe how long you think it should take.
Okay, very good. So how long have you been doing longevity nutritional supplements? A week, a month, a year? How long have you been hanging out with our supplements?
No, almost 3 months. I did mainly the ASAP, and then I started on the Healthy Start Pack and that after.
Okay, so how many weeks have you been doing the glucogel? How many weeks have you been doing the glucogel?
I did it's got to be like a month, like 5 weeks now.
Okay, very good. And what's your current body weight, Chris? How much do you weigh?
Currently it's 173.
How much weight have you lost on the ASAP program?
I was 208.
Woohoo! So that's a good 27 plus 8. That's a good 35 pounds. Good job. How do you feel?
Wonderful. It's
Okay.
like new.
Yeah, I know, right? It is. It's just like new. I can hear it in your voice. Very good. So look here, Chris. The muscle spasms that you're experiencing in your back and the degenerative disc disease both go back to the same cause. And it's also the same thing that causes your weight gain. It's chronic nutrient deficiencies, because when your body is nutritionally starved, your body makes you eat in the desperate attempt to fill its nutritional tank up. But the food that you're eating doesn't have the nutrients in it, so you eat and you eat, and you can't stop eating. You'll eat 3,000 calories at Olive Garden, and 2 hours later you're hungry again, and you think you're going crazy, and your doctor will agree. So, you know, this is the thing. And degenerative discs, those aren't caused by a voodoo curse. Those are caused by chronic nutrient deficiencies. And the muscle spasmy thing that you've got going on in your back now, the extracurricular pain that's come along for the ride, that's also nutrient deficiencies, specifically minerals, specifically calcium and magnesium. So there's a couple of things that we need to do here in order to lift you up into the wonderful world of health. Number one, you need to stop eating food that's gumming up the works. So this begs the question, have you eliminated the 10 bad foods from your diet? Have you done that?
I have, but not right away. I did it after I started listening to your show.
Okay,
so it's
good.
been like 5 weeks maybe.
All right, so 5 weeks you've been gluten-free. Okay, very good. So here's what I'm going to recommend you do for 2 weeks. 2 weeks as an experiment. All right, 2 weeks. This is kind of like intervention, big-time intervention here to get you out of pain and to show you that this program actually can produce remarkable results. So for the next 14 days, Chris, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do 1 ounce of the white liquid calcium, 1 ounce of the white liquid calcium, measure it out. That's a shot glass, right? 1 ounce, 2 tablespoons of the white liquid calcium 4 times a day. And each time you take it, I want you to mix it in a couple of ounces of orange juice. So I want you to put 1 ounce of the white liquid calcium in 2 or 3 ounces of orange juice and slug it down, and I want you to do that 4 times a day. 4 times a day. So you're going to be taking 4 ounces of the white liquid calcium a day for 14 days. And one of those doses I want you to take immediately before bed. One of those doses I want you to take immediately before bed. So throw the ounce plus the couple of ounces of orange juice, throw it down, brush your teeth, get into bed, just like that, all right? So 4 ounces of the white liquid calcium a day for 2 weeks. And in that same 2-week period, I'd like you to do 1 level scoop of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine in 16 ounces of water. 1 level scoop of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine in 16 ounces of water 3 times a day. So have some in the breakfast, have some in the morning, have some in the afternoon, have some in the early evening. And each time you make that solution up, I want you to take at least 30 minutes to drink it down, at least 30 minutes to drink it down. The white liquid calcium, you can slug that down, but the red stuff, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine in the water, I want you to take at least 30 minutes to drink that down. 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon, and 30 minutes in the early evening. The essential fatty acids for the next 14 days, I would like you to do 9 a day. Do 3 with breakfast, 3 with lunch, and 3 with dinner. And for the next 14 days, the selenium, I want you to do 9 a day. 3 with breakfast, 3 with lunch, and 3 with dinner. And the glucogel, I'm not really going to care about that much right now. You can just take the normal amount of glucogel that you've been taking. So I want you to up the ante with the selenium. I want you to up the ante with the EFA+. I want you to up the ante with the white liquid calcium. And the glucogel and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, you should be taking the normal dose there. So that's all good. Do that for 14 days and then call me back with a report. And what we're anticipating here is by increasing the dosage here, especially of the white liquid calcium, that you're going to experience a noticeable and measurable reduction in the back spasm and the back pain. So you're going to have to kind of check in with yourself every day to see how that pain is going. I expect there to be a noticeable difference in 14 days. Does that sound like a plan?
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
All right, Chris, please promise to call me back in 2 weeks with a report, because I really like to keep track of this stuff, and, I can help you to accelerate the resolution of these problems here. Thanks so much for the trust. Thanks so much for the call. Oh, and by the way, when you increase the dosages like this, you're going to lose even more weight. And the secret, of course, to weight loss, consistent weight loss, when you're taking nutritional supplements, is to consistently take the nutritional supplements every day like your life depended on it, just like you brush your teeth, just like you take a shower every day. You take your nutritional supplements every day. Eliminate the 10 bad foods. That's a harder thing to do until you've done it for 2 or 3 months, and then it becomes effortless and easy, and you don't even think about it. And then the secret, once those 2 things are dialed in, consistent consumption of the supplements and complete and utter elimination of the 10 bad foods, then it's just a question of consuming 1,200 calories a day or less. 1,200 calories a day or less. And if you do the 1,200 calorie a day or less regime, you won't even need to do the ASAP. And I think it's easier to lose weight slowly and surely than it is in record fashion with the ASAP program. I don't like people to do the ASAP program for at least 3 months until they've been on this program, on the longevity program. You can use the ASAP to accelerate weight loss, but it's much easier and healthier on your body to lose a pound a week than it is to lose a pound a day. 1,200 calories a day or less is the secret sauce here, and when you do that with a full nutritional tank, man, it's easy. It's like falling off of a potato truck. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to Wyoming to talk to Marie when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 866-582-9933 is the number to call to speak with me live. Lines are open. 866-582-9933. Let's go to Wyoming and see what's going on with Marie. Hey, Marie, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Thank you for taking my call. My son has acquired the Campylobacter bacteria and seems to be having some trouble getting through it.
All right, so how did he get that, and where is it showing up in his body?
He got it. We suspect from a stream. He was moving cattle and got thirsty, drank from a stream.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's had diarrhea, terrible. We're on our 9th day right now.
Yeah. Do you know how to check for dehydration?
Yeah. Well, to touch the skin.
Yeah,
things the only way I know.
Yeah, you pinch the skin together, and if it stays pinched, they're dehydrated, and that's a problem. So he's not dehydrated. You did the pinch test.
Right, and he doesn't seem to be dehydrated. He's doing very well drinking, but still, he's had a lot of, and he's had a lot of the bloody stool and stuff also.
Yeah, it's a nasty little bug, right? So what have you tried? I mean, have you done conventional medicine or anything with longevity? Have you done any herbs or anything at all?
Well, you know what? He's taken the tangy tangerine. I've got him on that, True Blue, probiotics, and stressies. And that's, basically what we take. And so that's what he's been taking.
Well, you need to give him the killer biotic. The killer biotic is going to be the secret sauce here. I love this particular product. It's called Ultimate Killer Biotic. It's a combination of 5 different herbs, and they each stimulate the immune system in different ways, and they each do different jobs in the body as far as policing up and getting rid of invaders like Campylobacter or Helicobacter or Giardia, right? Stuff that shouldn't be in the body that's found its way in. The Killer Biotic is it's the first thing to try for 7 days in the face of any type of either suspected or known bacterial infection. And how much does your son weigh?
Well, when I first took him in to see the doctor, he was at about 200. I think he was at 245. And now I don't know. He has lost a tremendous amount of weight. I bet he's lost probably close to 40 pounds.
Okay, so give him 12 a day of the Killer Biotic. Forward breakfast, forward lunch, forward dinner. It's best to give that stuff with food, not on an empty stomach. If you give it on an empty stomach, it can create burp back and an upset stomach. So give him 4 capsules 3 times a day for 7 days. And you should notice remarkable improvement within 72 hours. And that's what we're looking for here, is remarkable improvement. What did the MD want to do for your son? I'm just curious.
You know what? They just said take him home, give him get some over-the-counter probiotics, take him home, be sure he drinks plenty, and give him some Tums to help settle it.
Oh, geez, that's nonsense. I mean, really? That's what they did? I mean, this is an infectious microorganism, and so what are they thinking, that his body's just going to fight it off and he's going to have to suffer until it's gone? I mean, I don't know, man. Every time I turn around, these guys are making just silly prescriptions, and in this case, it's a sin of omission rather than a sin of, direct intervention that's wrong, like giving somebody Lipitor and they don't need it, giving somebody a pain medication, they don't need it, giving somebody just a prescription that's completely unnecessary. In this case, they didn't give him a prescription that he needed. So the Killer Biotic, you're doing everything else correctly, but you need to add the Killer Biotic here. I don't think he's going to need to take 12 a day for more than 7 days. So that is what I would recommend he do. And take the probiotics, the Acidophilus. Do you have the Root Beer Belly or the Flora FX, or did you get an over-the-counter one at the health food store?
You know what? I actually have one that's from another company that I had on hand, that I went ahead and gave him, and because I had it. So
okay, well that works best. Those probiotic supplements work best given at night before bed and first thing in the morning when somebody wakes up. Basically, you want to give them on an empty stomach, because the stomach acid can kill the little beneficial bacteria, right? So you want to give those supplements when the stomach acid is at its lowest, and that, of course, is immediately before bed. So you might get more purchase from the probiotics if you give them immediately before bed. That's what I would do. But yes, Killer Biotic is going to be your way out of this quagmire, Marie from Wyoming. So give it a call. Get them to ship it to you overnight. Call me back in about a week with a report. I'll look forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the luckiest day of your life. You've tuned in to Fire Your MD Now. I'm your host, Dr. Peter Glidden. Stick around, why don't you? 866-582-9933. Give me 866-582-9933. Give me a call and be the first on your block to experience life the way that nature and God intended it. That's life with a completely nutrified body. For goodness sake, if you had a brand new automobile and you put diesel fuel in it and it was an unleaded engine, it would run like crap, and you'd get used to the car running like crap, and then someone gives you a clue and all of a sudden you start to put the right fuel in the tank. Oh, it's a whole different automobile. Well, guess what? The human body is a lot more sophisticated than an automobile, and when you start putting the right fuel in the tank, everything changes, and I mean everything changes. Your mood, your energy, your sleep, your sex drive, your elimination, stamina, aches and pains, everything starts to get better. Mentation, concentration, I mean, for goodness sake, hand-eye coordination. It all gets better. Because why? Because your body wants to optimize its performance. Your body wants to fix itself. It just needs the nuts and bolts necessary to fix itself. What are those nuts and bolts? The Healthy Start Pack. One Healthy Start Pack. I like the Healthy Start Pack 2.0 because it tastes better. It's a brand new product. Ingevity comes up with new products all of the time, and the new product is always better than the last generation of the product. That's why it's new. So get the Healthy Start Pack 2.0, one per 100 pounds of body weight per month, and one bottle of selenium, ultimate selenium, per 50 pounds of body weight per month, stopping at 4 bottles a month. Even if you're 300 pounds, I don't want you taking more than 4 bottles of selenium a month unless I tell you to. That's a good prescription for health. One Healthy Start Pack 2.0 per 100 pounds of body weight per month, and one bottle of selenium, ultimate selenium, per 50 pounds of body weight per month. Did you know that 200 micrograms of selenium taken a day, 200 micrograms of selenium reduces breast cancer by 82%? Did you know that? If you didn't know that, you really need to tune into this station more frequently, and better yet, you need to become a subscriber to my online health recovery program, $19.95 a month. It'll be the best $20 a month you have ever spent. Check it out at fireyourmdnow.com. Click on the online health recovery program tab. And educate yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Salt is good. Cholesterol is good. Lipitor is bad. Proton pump inhibitors and Tums are bad. Let me lead you into the world of science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. Subscribe for a month at a time. Cancel at any time. Get your feet wet. Get educated. Get your health back. You don't know what you don't know. We're going to go to Michigan right now and see what Henrik knows. Hey, Henrik, thanks so much for the phone call. You are live.
Hey, Dr. Glidden, how's it going?
Pretty good, Henrik. What's the latest, man?
I'm just dealing with something pretty simple, nothing big. I got Crohn's disease and kind of like a bad absorption problem.
Yeah.
And like I've been listening to you for like probably 6-7 months, so I've bought a couple things. I just haven't called. So I just drew my own picture with like what to take, but.
All right. Well, the most important thing, anybody with Crohn's disease and or either suspected or known absorption issues, you got to be gluten-free, man. So I'm assuming that you've already dialed in the diet and you've eliminated the 10 bad foods.
Yeah. That's probably maybe a month and a half strong, but a year I've been like cutting everything off and like seeing what my body can't handle, my stomach can't handle, but like a month I've been pretty solid, like a month and a half I've been pretty solid with everything bad gone, yeah, and I got the list too. All
right, good. So that's a big step in the right direction, and that, just eliminating those foods for you over time is going to be of a gigantic help to your body. And remember, the body heals itself slowly and surely. I've been gluten-free, eliminated those 10 bad foods for about 3.5-4 years now. And I was on vacation a couple of weeks ago in France, fell off the wagon with some French bread, and it hammered me, man. I mean, it's a week later, and I'm still not 100%. So I'm a living, walking, breathing testimony to the negative effects of wheat, barley, rye, and oats, man. That stuff is bad, bad, bad for you. I don't even want you to look at that stuff anymore. And the longer that you are away from it, the better your body is going to be. And then, you know, I'm guaranteed, Henrik, what's going to happen 2 months from now, 6 months from now, or a year from now, maybe Christmas, you're going to be at somebody's house, there's going to be somewhere where there's going to be a big thing of bread or some type of dessert with wheat, barley, rye, or oats in it, and you're going to go for it, and it's going to hammer you again. So the proof of the pudding here really is in the eating. This is going to be one of the secrets to your success is complete avoidance of gluten, because that stuff, from our point of view, is one of the motive causes of your entire predicament here. All right, so having said that, Henrik, what's your current body weight?
130, and I'm 22 years old.
All right, good on you, man. A 22-year-old calling Dr. Glidden's show wanting to be proactive about his health. That is something worth celebrating, ladies and gentlemen, because it is the rare 20-something that even wants to know anything about nutrition. 20-year-olds, of course, think that they're invulnerable, think that they can rule the world. I'm actually kind of ironically glad that you had this illness, Henrik, because if you hadn't had this illness, you probably wouldn't have cared about any of this stuff. And getting on board with a nutritional supplement program now in your 20s, and eliminating the 10 bad foods now in your 20s, oh, man, you are going to avoid so many pitfalls moving forward in your life. It's going to be like a very clear sailing for you health-wise once you dial this program in now. So good on you for taking the step. It's really going to serve you well moving forward. So, all right, so the recommendation would be 1 scoop of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine in 16 ounces of water 3 times a day. You need 3 scoops of that stuff a day, 3 times a day. And because of the absorption issue, you need to drink that stuff down slowly. So I'm assuming you've already done the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Have you had any negative effects from it?
No, I've probably been drinking that probably around like 4 or 5 months. Yeah, I've bought a couple of things, you know, like I took it like because I've overheard of the show, and I've heard you also talking about blood sugar one day, because I also have redness on my chest and my back and my face a little bit, so I got the Sweeties, and I also heard the Mackie Plus and Z Radical is good, so I got those. And, yeah, the Healthy Start Pack, and the selenium, too. I got a bottle of that. So I've got, like, a little, but I'm just, like, you know, slowly, you know, putting these into my diet, you know, because I don't know for sure how much to take. That's why I'm calling you. But
all right, so here's the perfect dose for you, considering your body's able to absorb it, right? It would be one scoop, one level scoop of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine per 50 pounds of body weight per day. So you're at 130 pounds, so we're going to bump that up to 150 pounds, give you the 150-pound dose. That would be 3 scoops, level scoops, of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine a day. Now, the best way to take the Beyond Tangy is to put it in water and drink it slowly. I recommend 1 level scoop in 16 ounces of water. Take at least 30 minutes to drink that down. You know, you could also do 3 scoops in 48 ounces of water and just take all day to drink it. I mean, whatever works best for you. But the secret there is 3 level scoops in one day, number 1. Number 2, the white liquid calcium, the Osteo FX Plus, that's dosed at 1 ounce per 100 pounds of body weight per day. 1 ounce per 100 pounds of body weight per day. So you're 130 pounds. We're going to bump that up to 150 pounds. So the recommendation for you would be 1.5 ounces. That's 3 tablespoons a day. So you need 3 tablespoons of the white liquid calcium a day. And probably the best way for you to do that, Henrik, would be 3 tablespoons of that stuff immediately before bed. Put it in a little bit of orange juice. That will increase its absorption quotient. So do 3 tablespoons with a little bit of orange juice immediately before bed. And by the way, if you do the white liquid calcium immediately before bed, you're going to sleep like a baby. The next thing in the Healthy Start Pack is the EFA Plus. It's the fish oil in a nitrogenated gelatin capsule. The recommendation for that is 1 bottle per 100 pounds of body weight per month. So I'm good with you having 1 bottle of that stuff a month. There's 90 capsules in it. That means you need to take 3 of those fish oil capsules a day. 3 of the fish oil capsules a day. Take those with food. Don't take them on an empty stomach. And I don't care how you do that. You can do 1 capsule 3 times a day, or you can do 3 all at once. Just take them with food. The next thing on the list is the Ultimate Selenium. The Ultimate Selenium, the recommended dose for that is 1 bottle per 50 pounds of body weight per month. So again, if we're calculating your dose at 150 pounds, then you would need 3 bottles of selenium a month. And if you can afford 3 bottles of selenium a month, the dosage is 3 capsules 3 times a day. 3 capsules 3 times a day. And if you can manage it, take the selenium on an empty stomach. It works better on an empty stomach. If that makes your stomach upset, eat a couple of bites of an apple or a couple of bites of a banana when you take the selenium. If you take the selenium between meals on an empty stomach, or just with a little bit of fruit in your stomach, you'll absorb the selenium better and more efficiently. That leaves the Z Radical and the Mackie Plus, and honest to God, nobody knows what the dose is for that. I don't recommend anybody do the Mackie Plus as a regular thing, but the Mackie Plus you can do as a kind of intense therapeutic thing for 2, 3, 4 weeks. And a good way to do that would be 1 ounce of the Mackie Plus 3 times a day. 1 ounce of the Mackie Plus 3 times a day for 4 weeks would be a good thing for you. If you did that dose, though, you need 3 bottles a month. Just for 1 month, though. But it doesn't really matter. You can mess around with the Mackie Plus dose. You can mess around with the Z Radical dose, because we don't really have a dose for that. It's really just kind of whatever floats your boat. Take a little bit of it, see how you feel. Take a little bit more, see how you feel. And by the way, I love the taste of the Osteo FX Plus mixed with the Z Radical. If you mix the Osteo FX Plus, the white liquid calcium, with the Z Radical, then you don't need to mix it with orange juice, and that's how I do it. I do my OsteoFX Plus and Z Radical mixture every night before bed. It really has a nice taste to it. And then, of course, I chase it down with water. The only additional thing that I would like to see you do, given your diagnosis and your health history, is a probiotic. And in that regard, you have two choices. You can do the Flora FX. You actually have a number of choices, but where I go is the Flora FX or the Root Beer Belly. If you get the Flora FX, just do 1 bottle a month and take 3 of the Ultimate Flora FX every night before bed. If you do the Root Beer Belly, get 1 box of the Root Beer Belly a month and take 1 packet of the Root Beer Belly between meals during the day. That would be the only thing I'd like to see you add into this program here. Really, the biggest thing for you, Henrik, moving forward is going to be consistent dosing of the nutrient supplements every day. You got to be dialing this stuff in every day, man. Slow and steady wins this race, and complete avoidance of the 10 bad foods. When you can marry those two things together, 6 months from now, you're not even going to recognize your health, because your body is slowly but surely going to start to fix itself to the degree that it is able to, and you should see progressive, slow, and steady improvement. And that is exactly what we lean on. We're up against a hard break, Henrik. I got to let you go. Thanks so much for the phone call, buddy. Check that program out. Give me a call back in 4 weeks with an update. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Peter Glidden. I'm coming back to take your calls to finish up the second hour here as soon as you can say longevity. Stick around. How are those MD-directed therapeutics working for you, ladies and gentlemen? How is the wisdom of your MD playing out on your physical body? Have you had it? You're sick of getting worse and worse every year? You're sick of being wedded to prescription medicines that are expensive, ineffective, and rife with side effects? I mean, really? Look, I can prescribe drugs. You know that. Drugs aren't the Antichrist. The drugs are like a gun. There's nothing inherently wrong with a gun. It's how it's used. It's the same with drugs. The way that your MD uses a drug makes the drug the leading cause of death and bankruptcy in the United States. You're, like Dr. Phil says, how's that working for you? You good with that? You've got arthritis because you have the wrong doctor. You have a blood sugar issue because you have the wrong doctor. You need to get a clue. Tell everybody in your life to listen to this radio program. We are in the information dissemination business, and we're going to finish it out today in North Carolina with Linda. Hey, Linda, thanks for the call. You are live.
Hello.
Hello, Linda.
Yes. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for calling. How can I help?
Yes. My mom right now was in the hospital, right, and she had a heart attack, which they did a stress test and found out that she had 80%, one artery blocked with 80%, and they weren't going to put a stent in there so they can put stent so her blood can flow.
Yeah.
With that, she also have colon cancer.
Oh, yeah.
So they're debating right now which one to do first, because they figure if they get a stent, she got to be on plasmas, and then she may bleed, and then they won't do the colon first. They're scared they put on tape, she may have a heart attack.
Well, this is a big problem, Linda. I mean, yeah. Your mother has colon cancer, she has clogged arteries, and now she's in the clutches of the MDs. She doesn't know what to do. The MDs are only going to be able to tell her to do these specific things. It's kind of like a one-trick pony. So there's only so far we can go here. From our point of view, arteries clog because of inflammation in the arteries. And one of the leading causes of inflammation in the arteries is consistent consumption of fried food. So one of the things your mother would have to do if she wants to optimize her health is she has to eliminate fried food from her diet. She can't eat fried food anymore. And there are 9 other foods that she needs to eliminate from her diet. She needs to clean up her diet because it's the food that she's eating that's hurting her body. She needs to clean her diet up and give her body the nutritional supplements necessary for the body to fix itself to the degree that it is able to. And listen, we can't treat cancer. I'd love to be able to treat cancer legally. I'd love to open up Dr. Glidden, Fire Your MD Now Cancer Treatment Clinic and treat people from all over the world. I would love to do that, but that's illegal here in the United States. The only people that can treat cancer are the people that suck at treating cancer, the people who have let us down and failed us with expensive chemotherapeutic drugs. So listen, my recommendation for your mother to support and promote her health to the ability that is able right now would be, per month, 2 Healthy Start Packs 2.0, 2 Healthy Start Packs 2.0, 2 bottles of Ultimate Daily Capsules, 4 bottles of selenium, and as much Z-Radical as she can afford. Once again, that's 2 Healthy Start Packs 2.0, 2 bottles of Ultimate Daily Capsules, 4 bottles of Ultimate Selenium a month, and as much Z-Radical as she can afford. And you have to tell your mother, Linda, to not even be downwind of a friolator anymore, not even be downwind of a friolator anymore. That stuff is loaded with a nasty chemical called acrylamide, and acrylamide causes inflammation and cancer. One of the best things anybody can do for their overall health is just have a complete boycott of anything fried. No French fries, no potato chips, no stir-fried vegetables, no stir-fried chicken or stir-fried rice, certainly no fried chicken, no fried fish, no fried clams. Sorry, my New England counterparts. That's a big bad voodoo daddy. Get informed, ladies and gentlemen. Visit fireyourmdnow.com and sign up for my online health recovery program, where you're going to have access to over 55 hours of archived health information, 4 hours of live webinars a week, where you can learn the simple steps to recover your health, take back the night, and make yourself healthy. And if you want, make yourself wealthy. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. We're going to be back again live tomorrow. Until then, I remain your steadfast advocate for health, your friendly neighborhood naturopath. I'll see you all around campus.